Hey, what's up, everybody? G. Schultz is already in here. The first comment. All right. Well, this is a lot later than I had anticipated. It's about an hour later than I had planned. But just trying to get everything together. It's all last minute for me. I didn't really plan this. Let's just put it that way. So, I actually have a couple of these. So, I'm kind of wanting pizza tonight anyway. So, I'm going to have a Menu 38 from MRE Nation, the pepperoni pizza. But I want to do something else. I want to make it a little more interesting, not just for myself, but for everyone. So, what's inside the MRE Nation meal? This is the Menu 38 pepperoni pizza. And what's that say? Inspection date 2/22. 2 of 22. Say hi to G. Schultz. I already did. Hello. He was the first one in here. So I said, what's up? There's Miss Marilyn. Wondering Veteran. Smitty's up in here. Got the family rolling in. Yes, yes. The Oldsmokey and the Bandits is what I've been told to call it. Or that's what Miss Renee likes anyways. What's up, Eric? Pat Miller, hello. So, let me think here. I've got to have something on standby. It's close by. Something else that I could open up. What else could I open up? I did not get a notification. I am not surprised, my friend. I did make a post earlier tonight about this. And then, obviously, you should have got a notification once I went live. So that's probably going to keep the numbers real nice and low. Numbers are really decent on Saturdays because it's a scheduled thing. And everybody knows that I live stream on Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. So it's not that late out west right now. It's only 7 o'clock on the west coast. So, and it's not, it's not super late here either. 10 o'clock. See, I've got surgery tomorrow. I won't sleep tonight anyways. That's just how it works for me. No matter how bad I want to sleep, I just will not sleep tonight. So it doesn't really matter. And what was I thinking? I think we're going to start off with a B unit. And I've also got, if I can get it out here, this is going to be difficult. I have a leftover can of, oh, wait a minute. What? This doesn't look right. Got some sugar and some cream right here. This can't, did I throw away the wrong can? No, I did not. Okay. So that sugar's still good. That is sugar from 1952. And some soluble milk from 1952 as well. And it actually feels like it's fine. I wish the coffee would have still been good. But unfortunately, I mean, it'd probably still rehydrate. As long as it's not moldy, I guess it wouldn't be bad. But right there's what I'm going for. I've never had the pineapple jam, and this pineapple jam is from 1963. Nope, take that back. It's from 1966. There we go. Got it out of there. Yeah, pineapple jam from 1966. I probably don't have very many of these remaining in my stash of old MCIs that I don't know, I think I've got maybe one, if I'm lucky, maybe two that might have a can of jam like this in it, and most likely it will not be the pineapple jam. It'll be grape, most likely. Or blackberry. Probably most likely blackberry. But I remember watching Steve eat a can of this like 3 years ago, and ever since then I've always wondered what it would be like, and this can is in absolutely perfect condition. It doesn't even have not even the slightest bit of bloating to it, not at all. Couldn't ask for a nicer looking can than that right there. So let me see if I can blind you guys with it real quick. There we go. Get the light just right. There we go. Alright. Sparrow has made it. Alright. My buddy Gabe. Glad to see you here, my friend. And if you guys haven't checked out Gabe's Mothman series over there that I'm a part of, so, and even if not that, like, he drinks some really old beers, sodas, wines. I think that what was the oldest? I don't know. You had a 200-year-old bottle of wine or something like that. I think it was 200 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Which this stuff right here, I mean, I'm sure that sugar's good to go. It's got a little bit of a shiny packaging on there. I guess it's not coming through as shiny, but yeah, it's a little shiny. I don't really know what that is. Katie Ray, let me see what you just said. I want everyone here to know that I'm going through a very tough, troubling time right now. And I reached out to someone in the community for some help, and he really came through. Didn't even ask any questions. Well, that is great. I'm glad to hear that. This community is freaking awesome. I mean, when it comes right down to it, it's none of us ever want to ask for help. So whenever you do get to that point to where you have to ask someone else for help, like, in this community, we're all people that don't want to have to do that. So usually if someone gets to that point, we know that they really need that help. So the man's Mr. Tracy, and I want everyone to know how special this man and how lucky this community is to have him here. We know, as a matter of fact, we all know how cool Tracy is, and we're all glad to have him. I just texted with him, and he said he was going to try to make it. So, man, almost everyone here has. Yeah, but anyway, Tracy is a good dude, for sure. Tried to send a box out for him and CT today, and I didn't know that my post office closes at 4:30. Like, and that's what time I got there at, like 4:35. Just the way things worked out today. That was the earliest I could get there, and they were closed. Pretty awesome. I always thought they closed at 5 o'clock. Mr. K-Man says, Katie Ray, sorry to hear about that. The tough times, hang in there. Support from people like Tracy is very meaningful. And, well, just support in general from the community. Like, I can't say enough about how much I've been blessed by this community, and just everyone here is good people. Everyone that I see in my chat right now that I recognize, I know are all good people, and I've known a lot of these people for a long time. So, hello, I didn't know about the stream. Yeah, it's not going to notify most people. So, yeah, kayfabe, it's going to be like, we'll be lucky to get a few people in here tonight, which right now there's 35 folks in here, which isn't bad. I want to have a smoke. Like, I'm craving a smoke, and I don't know where my smokes are at. Oh, yeah, they're back here. All right, give me just a second. Dig them out of here. There we go. And then I'm going to get started on opening this stuff up, because I know it's late for most of you folks. Like I said, though, I'm definitely not going to sleep tonight, so it doesn't matter. Miss Saturdays, you actually wasn't home. There's Tracy. What's up, Tracy? Yep, I'm going to have me a 30-year-old camel for right now. And, got to line my lid up. It'll bother me if I don't. I'm a little bit OCD. A little bit. A little bit of a lot. These get better every week. Every week these lights get better. Yep. So I need to... G. Schultz, remind me, I need to talk to you at some point in time later, tomorrow or whatever, because I figure tonight it'll be too late by the time I get everything wrapped up after this. So, but yeah, I definitely need to holler at you and discuss something with you. I've been thinking about it for quite some time, so I need to act on it. I'm on a pizza cleanse right now. Works like a charm. Don't believe the hype on other cleanses. So if you just skip the pizza, you'll be good, huh? Haven't smoked for about 12 weeks, y'all. Yeah, that's really good, dude. That's really good. Absolutely. I might go ahead and send you the text tonight. No reason to. You don't have to answer it tonight. You know what I mean? As long as it won't bother you. Whoa, I'm into pain. What's happening? What's happening, my dude? Glad to see you. Oh, Miss Gail. Gail Swan. Praying for your speedy healing. Are you talking about me? Because I'm still working on that. So, thank you so much for those 2 back-to-back super chats right there, you guys. I'm into pain. Dropped in with a what's happening, and then Miss Gail. Yep, Gail Swan dropped in. Didn't your last name on here used to be different on that? Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. But thank you so much for the praying for my healing. Can definitely use every little bit of help I can get. I know that. Fernbark hasn't smoked for 12 years. Nice. Yeah, dude, I don't encourage anybody to smoke. That's for sure, man. I enjoy my vintage smokes, though. I can't say that I don't. It's a vice of mine. Pizza vitamins are almost as good as hamburger ones, huh? Ah, K-Man says we need more thumbs up. We got 44 folks and 15 thumbs up. Let's go ahead and see what's in this pizza. And then, yeah, I need to get some water heating up, too. So, we'll do that in just a second. I don't have my mess kit. Oh, man. I know where it's at, though. Planned on heating. And we'll see. We'll see what I do. Let's see what's in this pizza. This is the MRE Nation Pizza MRE. So we'll see how similar it is to the military pizza MRE. I don't know, personally. There we go. So first off, we got a U.S. flameless ration heater right there off the bat. And then we have, oh boy, not my favorite, garlic mashed potatoes. 2018, 152nd day of 2018. Nice and fresh. Then we have our Bridgeford pepperoni pizza with cheese and sauce. Haven't seen one of these in a while. The only one I've ever had of the pepperoni pizza was the one that I did the review on. That's the only one I've ever had. And I really liked it. So, I know a lot of people have not so nice things to say about it, but me personally, I really enjoyed the pizza. Jesse Michael, hello everyone. I'll be back shortly. About to shower up real quick. Oh, look, we'll still be, or I'll still be here. I plan on streaming for a while, so I would love to be able to do some sort of like walking around IRL type stuff. Go out in some town or something where I have a good, like a really good cell phone signal and be able to just kind of, I don't know, take you guys with me in a sense. But until I can really kind of walk around, that's going to be hard for me to do. Garlic mashed potatoes are not great. A little salt and pepper. Yeah, it does help a lot. They're just, I've noticed that these newer batches, oh, hey, Mints 440, praying for the speedy recovery. Well, thank you so much for that super chat, and thank you so much for the wishes on the recovery, too, because, like I said, I can use every little bit of help I can get. I mean, I'm 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years now. Let me see. May, June, July, August, September. So not quite 3.5 years into this already. So later, all my internet is bad. Smokey, I will watch this later, mate. Well, thank you so much for dropping in, old mate Drop Bear. But yeah, it's been 3.5 years. Hopefully, I can kind of get out of this funk pretty soon. Getting pretty close to, I feel like I'm starting to turn the corner to getting better. So that's, yeah. Hey, alright, Eeyore, what's up, dude? Man, I almost grabbed, if you guys don't know, check out alright Eeyore's channel. Click on his name right now. I'm just pointing at it on the screen. Click on his name right now. Go check out his channel. He's done some pretty cool stuff with MREs over there on his channel. Some pretty funky stuff, too. But I almost grabbed one of the freeze-dried mains that you sent me for tonight. And I just don't know if that's enough content to, like, I just don't know if I can just do a freeze-dried main. I mean, I guess I could grab a bunch of other side items and throw in with it. That could work. But there's so much food in one of those freeze-dried mains. I need to get my kids involved in a few of these reviews, is what I need to do. This is one of my favorite cakes. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites. Probably top 3, I would call it. And that's the new applesauce cake, trans fat free. This one, wow, this one's super fresh too. 249th day of 2018. I mean, that thing's definitely less than a year old. Can't beat that. What's next? Oh, we got a high energy bar in here as well. How about that? I didn't know we got one of those in here. And my favorite, the Cran Raspberry First Strike bar. I've got to hit Bob up over at MRE Nation. I want to buy about 12 to 24 of these things, because ever since the meetup, the Canadian guys had a melted one. This is what got me started on them again. Yeah, I love them, dude. But I got started on this kick of eating them again because the Canadian guys had a melted one. It was literally like liquid, because they left it in the truck on like the dash in the sun, and it was hot there. It was like, I don't know, it probably got up to like 95, 99 one day, maybe. It was really hot that day too. But inside the vehicle, you got to figure it was probably 115, 120 with the windows up. So maybe even hotter. I really don't know. I'm just guessing. Probably hotter. But they handed it to me. They're like, "Here, you want this?" And I grabbed it, and it was literally like just a liquid inside. It was the same consistency as a liquid would be. And I was like, "Yeah, shoot, yeah, I'll try that out and see if I can recover that thing." So I took it to my room, threw it in my refrigerator, and about 45 minutes later, I pulled it out, and it was perfectly fine. It was like it never even happened. So I was really stoked that it was still edible, and I ate that one. And then I had another one from a meal that I had had. So I had 2, and then they gave me 2 more. Smitty and Mike are the ones that they gave me 2 more, I think it was. And I ended up eating like 4 that weekend. And then I had a stash that I had collected of like the mini. They make these in miniature bars too. They're like 1 point. Are they 1 ounce? Or are they 1.3 ounce or something? 1.2 ounces, something like that. The small bars, the half size bars. I had like 8 of those that I had stashed away that I had forgot about. Like literally, they were buried in a box, and I dug them out because I was craving them so bad. And then I didn't even realize that I had 2 that Bob sent me a long time ago in a package. So I've eaten like, I ate all the 8 or 9 of the miniature ones that I had. Then I had the 4 that they gave me while I was there. And then I had, I don't know, I've had like probably 12 or 13 of them since the meetup. And now I'm just like, I'm craving them. I'm so glad that I just saw this pop out of this meal. I'm super stoked to get that. And I'm not even joking. I'm really happy to get that. So, okay, let's keep going here, because this thing right here is insane calorie count wise. 410 calories in that thing. And then this is like 200. What is this? 280. Whoa, that's higher than what I thought. 280 in that. That's 270. Jeez, this is a calorie dense meal for sure. I mean, that's 1,000 calories. Over 1,000 calories right there. Or, well, right about 1,000. 280 and 270. So yeah, no, it's not quite 1,000, but almost. And then the First Strike bar has 260 calories in it. Wow. CT, how's all my peeps doing tonight? I'm not a YouTube person. I'm a blogger, so don't tell me your dirty little secrets. Are you talking to me? I hope you're not talking to me. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's get this pack open. I heard Gundog say something about these are like UV stickers or something. So they must react to like ultraviolet light or something like that. I'm not really sure. Okay, so in here we have our peanut butter. We have an orange Power Stick beverage. That'll be good. Good old grape jelly, 2018, the 253rd day. Seems awful runny. It's like really, really liquidy. Beverage bag. We have tortillas. I've never seen tortillas like this. Huh. Best by March 2nd, 2021. Who are these packaged by? Made in the USA. Bridgeford. Huh. How about that? Made by Bridgeford. I don't know that I've seen tortillas from Bridgeford before. I don't recall. So I guess we're supposed to make us up a peanut butter and jelly wrap. Hang on, let me go get my dog real quick. Come here, buddy. Come here. There you go. All right. Stop that. Hey. He's being a little butthole. Actually, not, well, I mean, yeah, I would assume that the military would use these tortillas as well. I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen these before, so new to me. I would assume the military would use those, seeing as how they're from Bridgeford, though. They make naan bread, too. Yeah, I've actually seen that before. I don't remember where. I've seen it on a video. I've not seen it in person, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that sticker without ripping it. Yep, I got it. Now, these bags are really cool. Me and my son had a, well, I had a beef stew the other night. My son had spicy Southwest chicken, I think it was. And ended up using this bag as a bowl. And it works really well for that. You just kind of cut it off wherever you want. And then you got yourself a nice little bowl that you can use if you'd like. There's our accessory packet. But yeah, these little extra bags like this is actually a nice touch. Throw your mashed potatoes in there, whatever you wanted. Or you can mix up like, you could take your cake, crumble it up, and put your peanut butter and your jelly in there and mix it up and have you some sort of a weird concoction of cake, jelly, and peanut butter. I think maybe just the cake and jelly would be better. But I might try that out, actually. So we got sugar, not deep nor rich coffee, creamer, wet towelette, salt and pepper. If you guys are 90s kids or grew up around the 90s, you'll know what I mean when I said salt and pepper. And then there's your Lighthouse butt ration, civilian style. I guess this is the civilian package because of the, I don't know if they'll start using this in the military ones or not. I doubt it, since it's like advertiser heavy, and they're trying to sell you toilet paper, because right there's their phone number and their website. We got this is a big pack of Smarties. I've noticed that the newer ones come with the little pack. It's got about that many in it. And you know what? Like, I used to just like think these are whatever. You know, who cares? Who's going to eat these things? But I've actually found a use for those. So that's these things are actually valuable to a person who's in a pinch, or in a survival situation, or somebody who's just tired in general. These things will help you stay awake. And I know that sounds silly because it's like there's barely anything there, but what it does is it keeps your mind busy. Yeah, some people call them rockets, but we call them Smarties here in the U.S. They're just little sweet tart pieces of candy. Well, they are sweet tarts, actually. That's what they are. So, but anyway, what you do is you eat them one at a time, and you don't chew them, but the whole time you're thinking about, like, it keeps your mind busy, because you need to constantly be thinking about the next one. You know, it sounds silly, but it really does work. You can pop these out one at a time, eat these one at a time. Like I said, suck on them, don't chew them down. And you can, this little package right here could keep you awake for a couple hours if you needed it. So, it can be valuable in a pinch. So if you don't believe me, give it a try sometime. Take you a little pack of candy like that, or a pack of these. And when you're tired, focus on popping one of those every time you run out of one. It's time for another, and you know, just concentrate on eating them, and believe it or not, it'll keep your mind busy enough that it'll keep you awake. So, all right. So what we need to do now is move everything over here out of the way. Okay. Now I did break something else out tonight too. Just grabbed one of my boxes of my cards. You know, this is not going to interest most folks that are watching or would watch my channel, but just a little insight into my past, I guess. I collected cards for so many years. I have probably, I don't know, probably 8 things, roughly, you know, about the size that I have my better, what I considered my better cards at the time. And just a little bit of odds and ends in here. I haven't looked at these in years. Literally, I have not even touched these things in years. You can tell there's a nice layer of dust on there. It's just kind of setting up in the corner. Like I said, I've got numerous boxes like this, but like that was a big deal for me to get a Johnny Bench game used back card back in the day. Like, I thought that was super cool. This is a what year is this? 03. That's an 03. This a whole lot. Not like they are now. Like, there's an autographed card in every box. There's a game used card in every box. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, there's a cool Tony Kukoc card. Fleer. There's a cool Shaq card. I think that's actually a decent card. I don't know if that's a... No, it's not a rookie card. Oh, there's O.J. Simpson. If you guys haven't seen what O.J. Simpson's doing on, like, Twitter right now, holy crap. Crazy stuff. See, that was a big money card back in the day. Brian Urlacher. Or Urlacher, however you pronounce it. You got Dave Winfield right here in the front. Game used back card. Barry Sanders, record breaker. Some kind of ticket card. That was a big deal when I got that one. Lindale White. That was like the best card, the second best card in the set, if I remember right. Cool Barry Sanders card. It's an actual slide, or it's a frame of film. You can see through it. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see through it or not. But yeah. Absolute. Like I said, I haven't looked at these in many years. Marshall Faulk. Yeah, he was a big time player back in the day. Randy Moss. See, he's a local. Went to college right down the road from me. Yep, that was a big deal. That was a big money card back in the day. The Jordan Emotions card. It wasn't big money. I mean, it was like probably, I don't know, probably hit $60 at one time. Roughly. But I was big into collecting Jordan. Lots and lots and lots of Jordan. Drew Bledsoe rookie card. Edge Tech. And there's lots. This is all Jordans. All these right through here. Every one of these is a Jordan card. This was one of my favorite cards right here too. I remember pulling this out of the pack. This like textured Topps embossed card. Like the front of the card is textured like a basketball. Pretty cool. Jordan, sorry, not a big tennis fan, I guess. I was a huge Jordan fan growing up. Like, he was my dude. I loved everything that he done. I loved his branding. I mean, it was just, he had his stuff together. What do we got back here? Young Lions, that's a 94-95. Another Shaq card. Crap. Another Shaq card. And Marshall Faulk. He was big. Jerome Bettis. That was a pretty good card. Nolan Ryan. I love Nolan Ryan. I got his autograph on my wall right now. On a really, really nice Leroy Neiman drawing or painting. I'm not sure if it's a drawing. I think it's a painting. I'm not sure. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, got some older stuff there. Mike Piazza. Barry Sanders card. Some of these don't deserve to be in cases, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that was a big money card too. Roberto Clemente, a couple of those. Yeah, I loved collecting cards back in the day. It's not like it is now. You know, back then, if you wanted to get something, if there was a certain card you wanted to get, you had to go to a card shop and trade for it. You had to, you had to put the work in, the legwork in, to find the cards that you wanted. Now, you can just go on the internet and order whatever you want, including a Michael Jordan rookie card. I mean, I remember back in the day, like, you had to track one down at a card shop somewhere, and it would be, like, the prices were insanely astronomical. I mean, I could go through every one of those cards and enjoy every bit of it. Yeah, I love collecting cards, man. So many. Oh, baseball, football, basketball, it didn't matter. I collected everything. So, what I want to do right now is we're going to set the stove up and heat some water up for the coffee. Good night, CT, man. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I appreciate you, my dude. There will be a ration or two headed your way, headed to Tracy for you tomorrow. I'll probably ship those out before my surgery, or maybe after. I don't know, it depends. I don't think I'll have time to ship them out before, because it's first thing in the morning. Yep. Make a bunch of noise. There we go. Get my legs set up. Spread out. Yeah, maybe I can just do it that way. I'll probably close those legs up a little bit. Alright, where's my starter at? There it is. One click and it lit right up. So I put some water in my mess cup here and get it heating up while we're getting everything set up here. Which my tray is going to be yeah, there we go. Trying to look down at the chat when I can. Yeah, that is a world-class little stove, and I got Shocker71 to thank for that thing, man. He sent that thing to me a long time ago, and I don't use it enough here on the channel. I've used it outside of the channel probably more than I have on the channel, which is kind of silly, but I really do like that thing. So what I'm going to do is heat my water up for my coffee, but at the same time, also probably going to use that same water to heat up, well, definitely the mashed potatoes. I might go ahead and just throw the pizza in a flameless ration heater and heat the pizza up that way. So I want to make sure I have the proper amount of water, which it might not be enough for the I don't have my water here. Well, crap. Alright, I'll be right back. Thought I had it. Huh. Yeah, I wanted to do some cooking in the in my mess kit tonight, but it's actually packed away where I took it to the meetup. I took my mess kit and stuff with me when I went. Well, I'm going to have to do something to close those legs up some. There we go. Might have to add a little bit more water to that. Amazon has left them. Amazon. What am I getting now? Smokey will be getting some too. What is it now? Anyone know where you buy one of those? Yeah, eBay. They're like 12 bucks for one of these stoves. Yep, you can pick one up for like 12 bucks. I mean, you can get that thing raging pretty good. Burning the hair off my arm. Or you can turn it down like that. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to get my mess kit out. Totally dropped the ball on that one. But let's see. Let's put these mashed potatoes up in there. And what I'm going to have to do is probably fold them like that so that they'll submerge into the water enough. I'm going to add just a little bit more water to that. There we go. And we'll get these bad boys cooking. Yeah, there we go. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get the pizza heating up in our flameless ration heater. I'm kind of in the mood to eat something hot tonight for some reason. I don't know why. Where's my bottle of water? There it is. Now, I always keep a bottle of salt water on standby. And when I say salt water, I keep it thick. So, Big Five had 4 of the pad thai meals from Backpackers. Watch out on the dried sriracha sauce, though. Super careful, goes from 1 to 1 million real quick. Oh, wow. Really? That's kind of cool. I dig hot stuff, though, so that wouldn't be too bad for me, actually, probably. I don't know, though. My taste is changing a lot here recently, I've noticed. So, I've seen a lot of people take these flameless ration heaters and not put their food down inside of them. I mean, I guess I could try that out. I also want to try doubling up and using 2 flameless ration heaters at one time, the pads from 2, and see if that really kicks it up a notch, because I think it would. We'll probably try that a different time. I don't know. I probably got one sitting around here somewhere. Actually, I do. Well, that's an old one. It's no good. Crap. Yeah, I could probably dig one out, but I'm not. Not going to go through that trouble right now. Get these raised up here. Sparrow either kicks it up a notch or turns the pouches into a projectile. Well, I think it's kind of cool whenever they blow up like that. Now, I do want to heat that cake up too. I wonder if I can just get by with setting that on top of it. I wonder if that'll be okay. Hopefully it doesn't melt the package. Put our water inside this sucker and get it going. A little bit more. It's already smoking, holy crap. Ow. Well, that thing's puffing up hard in my fingers. Woo! Holy crap. I can't hold it. Ow! Ow! Ooh! Wow! Jeez. That's the most visceral takeoff with a flameless ration heater I've seen in a long time, especially a US one. Holy wow. Yeah, next time I'm definitely going to put two heating elements together though. Now, all that steam coming out up there, I'd like to get them tortillas heated up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let me check this cake out. Whew! Ow! Yep, melted it. Melted it a little bit. Kind of had a sneaking suspicion that might have been an issue, so can't do that. But I can do that. Set it on top of that steam. Apple butter didn't come in your Russian ration, so I went and bought some from the store. I'll tell you what, Miss Renee's got some of the best apple butter out of our community. I know that for sure. My family doesn't really make apple butter anymore like they used to. And that kind of thing kind of went away with my grandma. So my grandma was big on making those. Making jars of apple butter. So we're going to try something with that cake in this bag. Now, I wish that was apple jelly. And I don't know if... Maybe I got some apple jelly on standby here. Let me see. No, I got strawberry. Peanut butter. What's that? Is that peanut butter too? Peanut butter. Let me see. Surely I gotta have some apple jelly somewhere around here. I think I'd rather put apple jelly with the apple cake than I would grape jelly. So, whoa, Jesse Michael, who dat? Y'all are all awesome, Jesse says. Yes, I agree. We have an awesome crowd up in here. What? I can't believe 60 folks have decided to make it here tonight. That's crazy. And I forgot my cups too. Are you kidding me? I thought for sure I brought my cups in here. Alright, hang on. I'll be right back. Yet again. Oh, I did bring them in here. I thought I did. Duh. I just got my trash sitting on top of them. guess we'll use the Superman cup this time. Alright. Not long and I need to pull those mashed potatoes out of there. I know that for sure. And I was supposed to get some apple jelly as well. And I think I do have some. That's why I'm saying I need to get some. Dump that in there. One thing I like about these is they're made with mainly real sugar. Or the ones that I used to get were. Now, I looked at these the other day and they had saccharin and fake sweeteners in there. Artificial sweeteners. I don't know if this is the type that has them or not. Has it? No? I think this one might be the one that has the real sugar. This is the Power Stick beverage. The other type, I believe, has the fake sweeteners in it. So I know this cup holds just about, I don't know, probably 13 ounces brimful. And right now I got about 10 and a half in it probably, I would say, roughly. You know, I haven't had just regular Tang in a long time, Jesse. And I don't think I've had one of these orange drinks in a long time, the MRE Star ones. I'm going to give it a try. You taking off, G. Schultz? Well, if you are, man, like I said, I'll text you, dude. I definitely want to run something by you. See what you think. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is take that off of there. Turn the stove off. I think it's off. Yeah, that's going to have to sit there for a minute. I guess I can try to take it out of there. Oh, boy. Whew. Let's set it off to the side now. Yep, these are not my favorite by a long shot. Okay. Now, throw these. Whoa, cyanide cookies. Smokey, what about putting the cake against the heating pad on the underside of the FRH? Yeah, that's what this thing was so hot that I couldn't mess with it there earlier. I was going to change everything around a little bit. And it is blazing hot. I mean, I'm not even joking. This is going to be the hottest piece of pizza it could be. So we got that going on. Look, that thing's swelling up again. No joke. It's like it just took off again. What in the heck? Look at that. Oh, thank you for the super chat, by the way, Dan. Man, I've been meaning to message you too, man. I need to get on top of that. Yeah, I had a couple things I wanted to discuss with you, talk to you about. So, all right, I'm going to take the tortillas out of here, and until I took that off and let some air get in there to that, it didn't take back off again like this. I swear, I think these things need some oxygen for them to really take off and do their thing. Because if you cut them off completely from getting any air movement in there, I feel like they don't work as well. And sometimes not at all. And I know for that reaction, the type of reaction that's going on in there, which is basically a rapid rusting process of more or less like iron filings that are being rapidly rusted by saline and salt. It's like salt water, just kind of like what the ocean does to a car, except it's happening very, very fast, and the friction from those filings breaking down is what creates the heat. So I assume, for that to happen, you would need air movement, or you would need oxygen for that to happen. So that's why I feel like your flameless ration heater needs to be able to breathe a little bit sometimes for it to really do its job and to take off. Okay. Now, instead of messing with the deep, rich coffee, I'm going to break out a Type 2 that I got from Salty Croc Collectibles. My dude, which he said he couldn't make it tonight, but anybody who doesn't know about him, go check out his eBay store. And he sells stuff over on eBay. Like, well, he sells a lot of different stuff, but he also sells ration items now. He's got a little more focus on that since he's kind of gotten immersed in our community, and he's a really, really good guy, and he's a great guy to deal with too. If you guys buy something from him, I can guarantee you that you will not be disappointed with what comes in the mail. I think Jesse Michael would attest to that as well. Jesse has an unboxing video over there on his channel where he bought an accessory packet from Salty or Vince. I don't know, probably what, about a month ago or so, maybe a month and a half ago. But anyways, like, I don't even think they knew each other, knew anything about each other, and I'm pretty sure that was the case. And Vince sent him all kinds of cool stuff in that box. Like, he got an awesome box, and all he did, he bought the accessory packet on eBay, and Vince just hooked him up. So yeah, Jesse's saying facts, bro. That's for sure, man. Yeah, he hooked it up because, like I said, he's an awesome guy, man, all around. And I'm not just like, oh, I'm trying to promote somebody's business. That's not what's going on here. Like, he's legitimately a good dude. I dealt with him for, I don't know, probably a couple times over the years before we ever even really talked. And good guy, man, for real. He's a good guy. So, going in with the Type 2. Up in here. Up in here. Uh-oh. Steam got to it a little bit. That's what I was afraid of. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and throw the not deep nor rich coffee up in here too. Good night, Smitty. Man, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, though. Like, everybody who's taken off or has already taken off. If you happen to see this later or somebody wants to pass the word along, I really appreciate them hanging out. Appreciate you guys hanging out on this later Wednesday for us here on the East Coast. It's a little bit later. What's going on down in Florida? Anybody know? Like, does anybody know what's going on with that hurricane? Is it going to be a problem for Florida? Oh, Eve said, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, Smitty. Sweet dreams. Casey Rose, so you see Steve 1989 as ASMR. Yeah, Steve, he's a little ASMR-y. ASMR-y is what he is. A little bit. Something. Sticky Fingers has got the ASMR-y thing down pat as well. If you guys haven't checked out Sticky Fingers, you should check him out, because he's got it going on over there. What else? What else? Let's see. Should I add the 50-some-year-old sugar? I see people trying to sell stuff like this on eBay, and it drives me nuts, because they got like a, and it's not even this old, it'll be an MCI, like a late 70s MCI sugar, salt packet, toilet paper, or just a spoon by itself, or just a sugar, like, and they're asking like $10 and like $20. Like, it's insane. I've never seen anything like it. What in the world are these people thinking? Yeah, but somebody would try to sell this for $10 to $20 on eBay, and I'm going to put it in my coffee. Like, you know. Sticky Fingers sounds like a radio guy from the 70s. Deep and calming. Yeah, he's kind of got the, like I said, he's kind of got the ASMR thing going on. I know it's ASMR, but MRE just kind of fits at the end, so it's ASMRE. I've thought about trying to do one, just speaking really nice and still. You just talk through the ration and get all close to the microphone, opening packages and all that. Oh, I probably ought to look at that first. What do y'all think? It's a lot of sugar, right? Tastes good to me. Yep, yep. Yep, that looks good. No, actually, this sugar right here is from 1952. Came out of a 1952 B unit, along with this coffee and this soluble milk, which I don't plan on using either one of these. So, because the coffee is solidified into chunks in there, and the soluble milk, I'm good with that. I don't need a stomach ache tonight. So, never understood ASMR. People like to hear crinkling paper and nails. Yeah, me neither. I agree. It's not for me either. Some people absolutely love it, though. I mean, that's to each their own when it comes to stuff like that. In my opinion, they can, they enjoy it. That's cool. That's their thing. I don't know why this random thought hit me, but I would like to have a Polish ration. I just looked down and I saw a Polish component laying here on my side table, and I'm like, man, I'd like to have a Polish ration. Makes me think about Delicious. Delicious is my Polish buddy, my Polish dude. Really like that guy, man. I've had some really good dealings with him over the years. Can't beat Peter is his American translated name, or Piotr, I think is how I would say it, or Piotr. I can't say it. I don't know how to speak. Gee whiz. I don't know. I assume that's what he told me last week, or on Saturday. Stove's still hot. It's warm. It's not going to burn me, I don't think. Could be wrong about that. Still pretty warm. I mean, I can handle it though, but it's definitely not going to get put up just yet. There we go. Yeah, I really like that stove. Love that thing. I can say it, but I'm not on mic. I'm Polish. What? Yeah, the Polish rations are really good. I've had quite a few Polish rations over the years, and I've enjoyed every single one of them that I've had. So, I don't know. I just, like I said, I looked down and I seen a little leftover that I had sitting here on my table from one of my reviews from who knows how long ago. And I just made me think, man, I'd like to have a Polish ration. And I haven't seen any Polish ration reviews in a long time, other than I saw Crazy Russian Hacker did one, kind of, whatever you want to call it. I'm a genetic mutt. My heritage is all over the map. I'd like to know what my genetic heritage is. I don't know my generic heritage. I would like to be able to go back in time and talk to my grandparents, but that's not going to happen, obviously. So the tortillas are good and warm. I'm sure this pizza is cooked, as Polly would say. Got to cook it. His first reviews, oh my gosh, it was so good. This thing's still raging on with the. It's still super duper hot. So what I'm going to do is set it right there on top of that cake. We're going to check out this pizza. Yes, this is the famous pizza. 30 some years in the making. I mean, I was so excited whenever I got to do my first pizza review, which was like, I don't know, 2.5 years ago. It's over 2 years ago for sure. Um, got to dig into all that history and all the. There's a lot of information out there about it. Well, not a ton, but there's enough. There's enough information out there about it to put together a really good video. So it was awesome to be able to get the first real pizza review up. I mean, there'd been some news coverage of it, but oh man, I got gypped. Come on. Where's the... This is ridiculous. Bridgeford, come on. There's no cheese at all right here. Like, the pepperoni's, like, there's no pepperoni right here. Nothing right here. It's really nothing right here. And it's not like there's a bunch over here and a bunch... Like, they just didn't put any right there. You know, if they're going to make these pieces of pizza like this, they need to make them uniform to where they're actually covered with pepperoni and cheese. I mean, yeah, that upsets me. They need to get that right. I just ate one of those last week. Yours has twice as much. Really? You know, Bridgeford's really dropping the ball on this, because the first one that I had, which I think it was Bridgeford, or was it Sterling? It might have been Sterling. I'm not sure. Whoa, Paul Mulhone? Paul Mulhone. I think I said that correctly. Thank you so much for that super chat, Paul. Appreciate that, my friend. Russell Brown, Crazy Russian Hackers for the casuals. You can tell he isn't knowledgeable about the stuff he does. Does no prep. Yeah, I know. He does absolutely no prep, no research. Doesn't do anything like that. And just wings everything he does, which is fine for some stuff. I agree. For some stuff. He has opened up some stuff that he definitely should have done some prep on, though. He should have done a little bit of research. I mean, honestly, he could have done 45 minutes to an hour of research and brushed up on what the scope of that ration was or something, and that would have helped out a lot. But yeah, man. Hey, thanks again, Paul, for that super chat there, my friend. Really appreciate that. So, all right. K-Man, I can't believe that yours had half the cheese than this does. That's just crazy. But I'm going to dig into this thing while it's still hot, and I'm going to take the bite from right here, where there's 4 pieces of pepperoni and some actual cheese, and get a good bite and see what's up. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that, man. Awesome. All right, here we go. Down the hatch. Pretty big bite. All right. Okay. The saving grace here is the bread. The pizza dough is really good. And it's nice and soft where it's hot. This is the high heat resistant cheese that will not melt. You know, I'm curious, and I have the torch that K-Man gave me right here. Let's see what happens. So it really doesn't melt. It just turned black and charred. It's just so weird. It's not like any cheese that I know of. It's a specific mutant cheese that they created just for the MRE pizza. So Yeah, I got to kind of wonder how our body's enzymes are going to break that down if a flame can't even break it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and it stinks too. Oh boy, does it stink! It just hit me. It smells like well, it smells like burnt plastic. It also smells like a burnout match, kind of. It could definitely be used as some sort of fire starter, but you'd have to have one heck of a fire just to get that started on fire, if that makes any sense. I mean, I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing, man. That high heat resistant cheese is just something else, man. It's not normal by any stretch of the word normal. I want to know what it'll look like and smell like in 70 years too. Can you imagine somebody doing a ration review on YouTube like 70 years down the road, like this is a K ration? You got your menu number 23 pizza from a US MRE, and somebody cracks it open 70 years down the road and does a review on YouTube. It's like, can you believe people used to eat this stuff? Oh man. Yeah, it's there's I really don't understand what they done to make this cheese like this, but I did read up a little bit on it about it being the high heat resistant cheese, so it wouldn't melt, high temperatures in the bag, so and stick to the package or anything like that. Well, I would eat it in 70 years as well, but I won't be alive probably in 70 years. No guarantee on that, but I'd be one really old dude in 70 years if uh, if I got to do a review of one of these in 70 years. Hmm. Russell Brown. I really don't think the North Koreans have real rations. I know there's a picture floating around of these little like snack packs that they had. I don't think it's real though. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good observation, K man. I don't know. I don't know, but you look at right here, and it looks like they did slather a little bit of sauce to it right there. I mean, but it solidifies, and I can peel it off. Yeah, it's that's not pepperoni either. That's actually sauce. Taste it. Mm. So it's sweet, and it has that kind of oregano, that thyme and oregano, typical pizza seasoning flavor. I mean, it's not bad for what it is. I like the pizza. I enjoy the pizza. And my only complaint with this is I think they should have two pieces of pizza in a ration. I don't feel like one piece is enough. I think most of the guys will be, oh, later, History Savior. See you later, man. I had some pizza yesterday at work. Yeah, I don't think the guys out in the field are going to be satisfied with one piece. I think two pieces would make it a lot nicer of a meal. It'd make it feel a lot fuller. Now, I know that they're going to say, oh, calorie count, calorie count. Well, you know what? Add 270 more calories to the thing. I mean, seriously, it's a small meal as is already anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more calorie dense, but who cares? I mean, was it really going to make that big of a deal? Now, it'll make a big deal on their budget having to add a whole nother piece of pizza to it as far as the per meal budget of what they can spend per MRE. But I definitely think it's something that they need to consider putting another slice of pizza in there because just one is just not enough. Um, For me personally, though, just like, you know, around the house, and I'm having this as, you know, whatever. This may be a survival meal for me or whatever. This would be enough for me. But a young, you know, young Marine or a young guy in the Army that's out there in some extreme heat who's burning 5,000 calories a day is going to want 2 pieces of pizza. One piece is just not going to be enough. So, I even think that cheese is weird to chew on. It's definitely got a unique texture. Somewhat rubbery. Mmm. Chilean MREs do have curry, and some U.S. MREs. Yeah, there's MRE Star does a lot of curries, or not a lot, but they do one or two. And the best curry I've had out of a ration so far, believe it or not, was that South African. That was the best curry I've had out of a ration. Really, really good. I've been craving that particular dish ever since I finished it. I wonder. It's not heavy enough. It does have a bounce to it, though, for sure. It does have, I mean, it's like a rubbery texture. It leaves a little bit of grease behind on my fingers, but it should be leaving more of a residue behind. Yeah, there it is, starting to come out of there the more I squeeze on it. Look at that. Look at that. Huh. Interesting. Huh. So the more I squeeze on it, look at that. I know you guys can see that grease coming out of there. It's all over my fingers. Should compare some rations side by side of the same main. I agree, yes. I've been actually thinking about doing that, like older versus new. So, what's up, Jaden? Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about doing that. Hmm. I'll tell you somebody who used to do that, and he did it really well. He hasn't really been making videos in a good while, but Mr. Browning 1911, look him up on YouTube. Mr. Browning 1911, he used to compare like the old Chili Mac versus the new Chili Mac, like brown bags versus the new, you know, brand new stuff like beef stew versus beef stew, stuff like that. He did really cool comparison videos. Leaves like that viscous coating on the glass. That drink does. My coffee. You got to keep mixing it because like something keeps settling on top of it. I don't know what. Next up, pew pew. Let me go get some apple jelly. I'm pretty sure I got some. I think. I hope. I'm gonna look through this bag right here and see if I got some apple jelly. If I don't have any in here, then I probably got some somewhere else. Let's see here. Peanut butter. Well, might have some right here. Let's see. Nope, grape jelly. Dang it. Nope. Cheese spread. Oh. That's what I have. Yeah, okay, I've got grape jelly, okay. I'll tell you what I'd rather have had with this as a side. I'd rather have these black beans and seasoned sauce versus the mashed potatoes. Personally, I think that would go better with the pizza, even though neither one of them really go with the pizza, especially not with tortillas even. Well, dang it. I thought for sure I had an apple jelly on standby here. Huh. But I guess I do not. Okay. Alright. I do have one other place that I can look real quick. But, yeah. I'm taking one more bite of this pizza here. It's kind of starting to get tough. Where it's starting to cool off. But not much left to that side. I'm going to rip that off right there too because there's nothing on it. And just take a good bite. Don't eat it after midnight. You'll turn into a gremlin. Dang it. Did not find it. I found strawberry. But, nope, that's fruit cocktail. Dang it. I thought this was apples. Huh. I guess I don't have it. I thought for sure I did. Well, I feel stupid. I thought for sure I had some apple jelly. Well, what am I going to do here? Strawberry would probably be better than grape. We'll go with strawberry. Check out this coffee with the deep and rich and the type 2 and some 1952 sugar. And that's really good, nice and smooth. Oh, I missed a super chat. Hey, you want to try this pizza, dude?
Yeah, right. I'm not all that hungry, so I might not get.
I mean, it's like still barely warm. I need to bite from that corner.
This corner here?
Yeah. That's where there's a little bit of cheese and pepperoni. You don't like the way it smells? Let me smell it.
It smells like rancid cheese, dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, just try it.
I mean, I'll try it. But
It's not going to be like you think. I don't think. The cheese is weird, but it doesn't taste bad. But it's got a lot of weird qualities to it.
Kind of like the cheese we use at the restaurant.
No, this is high heat resistant cheese. Yeah. Going back to check the super chat. You guys telling me there was a super chat. Buford Goober. I think I said that. Or Goober? Or Gubber? Gubber? Buford Gubber. Thank you so much for that super chat. And we also have another one from Buford. Thank you so much for those 2 super chats in a row. Awesome.
You want my opinion of that pizza?
Yeah, what's the opinion? What do you think?
If there wasn't so much bread, maybe I can get behind it.
Well, that was kind of like...
That's kind of the idea, I guess.
No, it just... This one, what's left doesn't have the toppings on it like it should. Like it should have...
A lot of pepperoni.
Like the pepperoni should be on there.
It's
and
like a Totino's
and
pizza.
cheese. Like you got the last little bite that had a little bit of topping left on it. And it's very similar to a Totino's.
Did you just now crack it open?
No.
Have you ate the strawberry jam?
No. I have extra strawberry jams though.
Oh, I'm good. I mean, I eat.
That's why I'm going to mix strawberry jam in with this apple cake.
Ooh.
And see what comes of that. I think it'll be pretty good. So that's what we're going to do right now. Is mix some of the cake up in this bag. I'm going to cut this bag off some. These bags are super tough, by the way. They're pretty bad to the bone. Of course, I'm going to cut it crooked a little bit with my pocket knife. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, these things are really, really tough. They're not like paper. See? It's like aluminum lined plastic type deal. Paul, what's up? Mulholland. Paul Mulholland. Got it. Thank you so much for that super chat, man, to inform me on how to say your name. Paul Mulholland. Let me know if that is correct. I'm pretty sure that's great. He said, I do. I got it right. Good. Paul Mulholland. Got it. Good deal. Well, thanks again for that, man. I got to take off myself. Good night, all. Well, good night, K-Man. Thank you for stopping by, man, and hanging out for most of this live stream. Really appreciate you taking the time out for this, what is it, Wednesday? And hanging out, all you folks. Look at that. Isn't that? These things really are good. Oh, and it smells so good. It smells like caramel. It smells like apples. Get a little vanilla in there, and this thing's actually really hot. Believe it or not, it's like super moist, falling apart. So I'm going to take about half of it and throw it in that bag. Roughly. Break a little bit more off, throw in there. Keep it warm. It's definitely greasy on my fingers. Break out the little moist towelette, wipe my fingers off with. I'm not going to open it all the way up right now. I'm just going to use it to wipe my fingers off so I can keep it moist and use it again here in just a second when I get done mixing this up. Because usually, when Oldsmokey gets jelly out, Oldsmokey gets jelly all over it. It'll end up in my beard, my mustache for sure, probably on my fingers. So, now this is a fresh, I'm pretty sure this is a fresh strawberry jelly. I don't think it's an old one. Nope, it's not. 2018, the 275th day. This one came from MRE Nation. Unlike, say, this one, which is from like probably 2010. So it's like 9 years old. Let's see. 0082 looks like. Yep, 0082 on that one. And let's see. Thought I had some chunky peanut butter here on standby, but I guess I do not. So I'm just going to straight up dump some strawberry jelly down in this bag. Like so. There we go. Then I'm going to mix it up. Now this might require me to have some more cake because I put the whole thing of jelly up in here. But just going to mix it up like this. We're going to see what this concoction tastes like. Alright, there we go. That's the strawberry jam mixed with the applesauce trans fat free cake. Let's see what this is like. Wow. That is something else. Holy cow. I do think it would have been a little better with the apple, but the strawberry complements it really well. It's some of the best ration dessert that I've ever tried. Still got some texture of the apple chunks in there. Inside the cake. Wow. Can diabetic folks join the military? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong about that. I mean, you just got to watch what you eat. And drink. I mean, there's a lot of fake sweeteners and stuff in the food nowadays. This is not super sweet. And you pick up some of that strawberry coming out of there. But the way it mixes with the apple, it becomes this sweet, tart, tangy mixture of fruit goodness. It's just got tons of fruit flavor coming out of that, which is what I really like coming out of a cake like this. This is really, really good. Holy crap. It tastes better this way than if you just like put the strawberry jelly on top of it like a topping. Really mixing it all the way through like this. Every bite's really consistent. You can see that strawberry jelly mixed really well in there with that. Wow. I don't think I have any of these high energy bars open. But I hate to open up something like this, because this thing right here would be good for like 20 years. I never witnessed a diabetes affected individual when I was in the military. Yeah, that's a good point. But I guess it's not something that you really talk about either. If you don't have to, you know, if you can get by with living a fairly normal life, I would say extreme diabetics, no. Mild, very mild diabetics, maybe. Man, that coffee washes that down just absolutely perfectly. Oh, man. It's hitting the spot. Well, I know you guys want to see this high energy bar, so let's go ahead and check it out. Even though there's no way that I'm eating this thing right now, just so y'all know, I mean, 410 calories in a little teeny tiny bar. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Nope, and it's sealed inside of here. Dang it. Come on. Yep, look. It's sealed to the other side of the package. Ugh. I wanted to be able to take it back out of there, or put it back into this package so I could snack on it. Oh, there it came. Finally. Yep, right there. It was sealed in the bottom seal right there. But like, if you look at the end of this thing, let me show you. This side's already open. Look at that. Doesn't that just look really, really scrumptious? It kind of reminds me of, it looks like a peanut butter fudge in a way. If you guys have ever seen peanut butter fudge, like good peanut butter fudge after it's cut, kind of looks like that. And it doesn't have the most appealing of smells. I mean, it's nothing, it doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't smell exceedingly good either. And this kind of almost has a little bit of a sour smell to it. This one does. I don't remember the last one I had smelling like this. Kind of get a little bit of a shortbread smell coming from it. Slightly, like maybe like a sugar cookie a little bit. I'll just give it a try. Okay. So the first thing I notice is the greasy film in my mouth, where it's so calorie dense, with so much fat involved in there. Even my lips are a little greasy. Now mash that bar up to grape jelly. Dude, I don't need that many calories, or I would. It kind of tastes like a, it kind of does taste like a really super dense sugar cookie. It's a little bit gritty from having a lot of sugar involved in there. Very sugary in its flavor as well. Just a slight buttery flavor. A little bit of, the shortening. But honestly, like, as far as a survival bar goes, you can't beat that. I've had survival bars that were nowhere near as good as this one. And I gotta say, MRE Star does a pretty decent job when it comes to the survival bars. They're nowhere near the worst I've ever had. And I would be happy to have that in a survival situation. I would definitely not complain about that at all. I know I gotta get another bite of this strawberry jam cake mix ordeal. This is a strawberry applesauce cake. I guess is what it would be. I don't know. Strawberry jam applesauce cake. Yeah, I could have, if I'd had another thing of jelly, I'd have put that whole cake in there. But that whole thing of jelly was just about perfect for half a cake. I can't get enough of this. I'm going to eat it till it's gone. First strike bar. Oh, the cream raspberry. Paul, yes, the first strike bar. These are by far the best first strike bars they make. Now, that's a personal opinion of mine. But, on a side note, that gusseted bag, though. I know, right? The gusseted bags are really nice. Again, you got a gusseted beverage bag, too, which is really nice to have. I think this is something that the U.S. military should start swapping over to and giving the guys a gusseted bag for their drinks, because guys are not going to want to contaminate their canteens or whatever with a drink mix, because it's so hard to get that flavoring out of there once it's in. I mean, I've seen guys mix up drink mixes in their Camelbacks and stuff, but I mean, you're really going out on a limb. They should start a gusset on the first FSB. FSB. Yeah, dude, these things right here are hands down my favorite for a strike bar by a mile. Look at that thing. That is just, what is it? 260 calories of goodness. And look at all the fruit in there too. I mean, the whole thing's pretty much fruit. When you get down into the ingredients, the first ingredient is raspberry, or raspberry filling. And the second ingredient is raspberry concentrate. Wait a minute. Raspberry filling, which consists of vegetable juice, caramel color, food starch modified, carrageenan, natural flavors, malic acid, maltodextrin, dried cranberries, sugar, sunflower, cranberries, oil, corn syrup, crisp corn, degermed yellow cornmeal, corn bran, honey salt, apple granules. So lots of fruit parts in here. Let's see what else is in here. Artificial raspberry flavor. Like, they really needed to add artificial raspberry flavor to this thing. I don't know, but whatever they've done to make this thing, it's perfect in my book. You can see what the texture's like. It's not super stiff or anything, but no, when these things get cold, they're tough to eat. I will say that. And this one right here is at room temperature right now, probably about 65 degrees, and it's still nice and pliable. But when you get this thing down to around 50, 40, 30, anything below, I would say anything below 50, and it starts getting kind of tough to eat. Somewhat like a soft raspberry taffy, though, but it has, it has these chunks of Rice Krispies in it. Right here. That give it a nice crunch. But it has such a really nice, natural raspberry and cranberry flavor. It just explodes out of there. It's mouth-watering. It's really nice and easy to eat. I could literally live off of these things, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I could just eat these things and be happy. If I had like 8 of these a day, or 9, 3 per meal, that'd probably keep me full and happy. That reminds me, I have a Ranger bar sitting right here too. Cran Apple Ranger bar, trans fat free. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's a little older. 2016. Almost 2017. So, I don't think anybody needs to see. I mean, if you guys really want to see the peanut butter and grape jelly on tortillas, I'll do it. But if not, let's check out this Cran Apple bar instead. Because I've never had one of these before. Not the Cran Apple. I've had the mocha. I've had the peanut butter. and I've had the chocolate Ranger bars before, but I've never had the crayon apple. So, if you guys want to see this, we're going to check it out anyway. Let's just see what's going on with this thing. Oh, look at that. How about that? Look, it's broken. Well, that sure doesn't look like the other Ranger bars that I've had. Look at that thing. Okay. So that reminds me of something that I've had before, the smell. It reminds me of a bar that I've had from, like, you know, the protein bar section at your local grocery store. I've had something like this before. I can't put my finger on what it was, though. Oh, you know what? Yep, I just realized what it was. Those grain bars with the apple filling. I can't remember what brand they are. I used to buy them all the time. They're a breakfast bar. That's exactly what this smells like. Night King Cree, thank you for stopping by and hanging out on the live stream. It's like a cereal bar with Rice Krispies and cranberries and apple cinnamon. Kind of like a Nutri-Grain bar, yeah, with the apple filling and stuff. That's what this kind of smells like. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Well, interesting. Very crunchy. Not what I thought it was going to be like. I will be setting an alarm on the future lives. Well, thank you, dude. Thanks for stopping by on this one, and we'll look forward to seeing you Saturday. Yeah, because definitely Saturday will be another live stream. Huh. A little bit messy to eat. Kind of falls apart when you bite into it. But it has a chewy element to it. But it's also crunchy. And fruity. So this thing's right about 3 years old. Over 2.5 years old. I don't think it's aged much. Those Rice Krispies inside of there, which I assume that's what that is, they have a pop to them between your teeth that are just, oh. During the Poyer fight this Saturday. Uh-oh. Going to have a big fight going on during the time that I live stream, it sounds like. See, dried apples. Rolled oats. Cornstarch, molasses. Rice bran. Maybe that's it. Rice bran. Rice flour. Rolled oats. Malted barley. Oh, crisp rice. There we go. Eggs, corn syrup, water. Contains less than 2% of natural and artificial flavorings. So yeah, this thing's actually pretty good. Only if it's an MRE review off. What? There's always fights when you live stream. Really? I didn't know that, Easy. Huh. Had no clue that there was always fights. I guess, well, I don't know what Ultimate Fighter's got going on. I haven't watched it in years. I used to be an Ultimate Fighting, like, geek. Loved watching that show. And the Ultimate Fighter, loved watching that show, too. Who's Dragon? Or, yeah, Dragon. I see Dragon Group. Dragon question mark. Who is Dragon question mark? Stop the live stream fights. Sometimes UFC and sometimes Bellator. Yeah, this has ended up being a pretty good ration night. Like, I was just thinking, well, have one of these pizza MREs and see what's up, but it turned into a really good meal. Dargoon, or Dargoon, or Dargon. Is it Dargon? Miss Marilyn keeps saying sorry, autocorrect. Who the hell is Pizza Hut? Dargon. Got it. Dargon. Even though the picture, the picture is a horse or something, and I thought I was thinking of it. Well, I assumed that it was a dragon, but it's a camel or something, isn't it? I think it's a camel. Yeah, it's a camel. Ah, man, that coffee hitting the spot right now. What? At least it doesn't auto your name from to burnt. Yeah, Adam Burnt. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Let me look at it again. Bert. Is it pronounced Bert? With the D is silent almost. I mean, I'm trying to make the noise with it. Got to get used to cold coffee. Yeah, it's cold. It's been cold for a long time. I don't mind. I don't mind cold coffee. I don't mind, room temperature, whatever, inside, outside temperature, whatever. I don't mind anything at that temperature, really. I think it gives it more flavor. Pay him to pronounce it right. I'm trying, man. Oh. Miss Marilyn only drinks iced coffee. I am not a big iced coffee person. I gotta say. Iced coffee it's all right. And, I used to get those, like, coffee, like, slushies from, what was it, Speedway. Yeah, coffee slushy from Speedway. I don't know what they put in those things. I can only assume that it is all the artificial sweetener in it. But, like, I take 2 or 3 drinks of that thing, and look out. Like, you gotta run to the bathroom. Like, it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. Dragon says, yeah, says that it's a fructose. Can only do hot coffee all year long, every day. I know some people are like that. They got to have that hot coffee. They got to have it first thing in the morning, and then they drink it all day long, no matter what. And, I can drink hot coffee until about... I can drink hot coffee anytime, but I like to drink hot coffee up till about, around noon or whatever, and then I'm pretty much done with the coffee whenever I'd be at a work day and I'd be doing my typical work scenario. I would have coffee on and off all day through the day until about noon, and then I'd be done with that, and it'd be time for ice water. That's funny. You said the exact same thing I said. But yeah, that's about what coffee till around noon, and then it's time to swap over to water and stick with that for the rest of the day. Gail says, you wouldn't like me if I didn't get my coffee first thing. I know a lot of people are like that, and I kind of quit drinking coffee religiously like I used to, because I used to drink so much coffee. Uh, but after I got hurt, I kind of quit drinking coffee like I did. I used to drink it so much. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Oh crap. There we go. Freaking picture was about ready to fall off my wall. Huh. Jeez. Yeah, I broke out a little bit of the card collection for you guys tonight. I didn't really go through it. I mean, I guess I could. I don't think it interests most people though. I think it's actually, I would like to get out some of my other stuff, my older stuff. That's kind of newer. Well, it's not all newer, but like somewhat newer. Buford. I'm just calling you Buford. Yeah, those frappe things, man. Like I said, I used to like to drink those too, but they're just they don't agree with me anymore. Like they just don't agree with my stomach. Yeah, it was pizza, Karsten. It was, yeah, pizza. The bag's buried. Oh, you guys know what I totally forgot? Heated them up and everything. The mashed potatoes. Totally forgot about them. They're off to the side right here. Yeah, it was kind of silly for me to heat that up like that and then not use it. But it's already cold now. I really dropped the ball on that one. Yeah, frappes are useless carbs. I agree, 100%. I'm a lot more conscious of what I take into my body now than I used to be. Used to be I didn't care, but my level of physical activity has. Whoa, Buford! Whoa! Thank you so much for that super chat. Holy cow, man! Definitely didn't need to do that. Um, Daggone it, what was I saying? I forget now. Oh yeah, I've got to be a lot more conscious of what I'm putting into my body because I'm a lot less active now. I'm forced to be a lot less active, and it's not by choice. It's because I don't have a choice. There's not a whole lot that I can do. I've heard that frappes make us sick because they don't clean out the machine. Oh, I've heard that too. The chemicals from the machines at McDonald's. Yeah, I've heard that before too. But I think they, I think they make each individual one like, kind of like fresh, I guess. But I'm talking about like the ones that like Speedway. Now those, I know they don't clean those stinking machines out like they're supposed to. Those things are supposed to be cleaned out once a day at least, maybe twice a day. And those people are not cleaning them out. They're just adding more freaking syrup and ice to it. Or whatever they do, just more syrup. I think it just makes the ice out of it. But they just add that, dump more syrup in it, and let it continue to mix up. So it's like never actually emptying all the way out and getting cleaned out. Maybe that's why them things are so toxic. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but it's my gosh. I don't know if you guys have had the same experience as I have, but I discussed it with the guy that worked there. I was like, dude, I can't even get these things anymore because, I can't even take a drink or two of them and it's killing my stomach and making me run to the bathroom. He's like, yeah, I can't drink them either. He's like, it does the same thing to me. So obviously it's not just me. It's a universal thing, I'm guessing. Jesse says, I can only drink coffee if it's from Starbucks and only lattes or fraps. Huh. Well, that's a tough way to go when it comes to coffee. That stuff's expensive. Me, I like my instant coffees now. I really do enjoy them. I did not used to like instant coffee at all. But now I really find it very convenient. I like to whip up a cup of coffee whenever I want it. And would I rather have a pot of coffee? Sure, but most of the time I just want a cup of coffee. So it's kind of silly to make a whole pot when you only want a cup. I don't have one of those little machines that makes a single cup. So now my coffee maker is pretty cool. I like my coffee maker because you can dispense however much you want of it out at a time. It's really cool. You just set your cup under it, press the button, and you can get 4 ounces out, 6 ounces out. You could make only 1 cup of coffee through my coffee maker, but I choose not to do that and dirty the machine up and all that for 1 cup. Go into Starbucks and order a black coffee like I do, and the looks I get. You know what? I'm going to admit something to you guys right now. I have never in my life had a Starbucks coffee. Never. Not once. I've never seen the appeal behind it. I've kind of always been somewhat against the whole Starbucks thing, so I just have avoided it at all costs. Oh, I can imagine you'd be crazy for not getting some sort of weird sugary latte. Oh no, I don't hate instant coffee. I like instant coffee. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I prefer to just mix up 1 single cup of instant coffee versus. And honestly, if you mix up instant coffee properly and somewhat, stay pretty close to what their directions are, you're going to end up with a pretty decent cup of coffee. It's not like, I guess, what was it, about 30 years ago? 30, 40 years ago, the instant coffee that civilians had was not as good, in my opinion. My grandma complained about the instant coffee that she had to get and drink all the time. When she drank, what was it, Maxwell House instant coffee? I think it was. I'm not sure what she drank. They'll water your dogs for free in the drive on a hot day. James says Starbucks over roasts the beans and makes it bitter. Yeah, I like instant coffee too. 1x just to see 1x just to see what the hype was about. Just to see what the hype's about. What? I've had Starbucks coffee once. It was vile, Sparrow says. Started here, so we have a ton of them. Nescafe is probably one of the better commercially available bulk instant coffees. That's not like a specialty, because there's a lot of specialty instant coffees out there now that are trying to corner the market for those single cup a day guys like me. If we're going to buy coffee, we're going to buy good coffee. So, like the Black Rifle, I think it's Black Rifle Coffee Company. They got some really good instant coffee, but it's pretty expensive for what it is. That, and they took a big cue from MREs on their packaging design and made their instant coffees look like little MREs. So I think it's said BRC on it, like Black Rifle Coffee, I think is what instead of MRE, but it was tan and black like the MRE bags, kind of cut like a 45-degree angle line on it, and it had the initials going down the line. Looked like an MRE. So I had half a Lucky Strike left laying there, and instead of lighting a whole nother Lucky Strike, I'm going to go ahead and smoke this half a Lucky Strike because I don't want to waste them. But this right here, that's what I'm smoking right now. From the, this is from the meetup. 1957 Lucky Strikes. From the 5-person small detachment that me and Steve got to open up that belonged to Salty Croc Collectibles. And I ended up getting this pack of Lucky Strikes out of it. Steve got a pack of the earliest Winstons I've ever seen, filtered Winstons. And Shocker got a pack of Camels out of it. Only one I've ever seen come with Cools. Laugh out loud. Why never my brand? What's your brand? Is your brand Cools? These Lucky Strikes are amazing, by the way. They are really good. I don't know if the logo's still on there or not. Nope, it's gone. I think it was about right there. It's about midway down. Let's take a look at this one. There it is. Whoop. Ow. There it is. Lucky Strike. Yeah. Oh, they smell so good. If you've never smelled a really well-aged cigarette, it's very hard to describe what the aroma of these are. But it almost does have a sort of sweet smell to it, almost like a honey. If you know, you can think of what honey smells like. You almost get a note of honey when you smell it, but it also has this really unique and vibrant aged tobacco smell. That's all aged tobacco has a pretty particular smell, and then it has its own uniqueness. Each brand or each, it could be even the same brand could smell completely different from different years. So there's a lot of variance in the odors that come from a really well-aged tobacco. Got this Saturday too, the Bond Street Tobacco. Where did the envelope go from that? Huh. I don't know where the envelope went from that. You haven't lived till you've had a Chesterfield out of one, huh? Lung disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Yeah, my dad has COPD. My stepdad has COPD, and it's rough, man. It's the hardening of the lungs, basically. Oh, kayfabe, you have COPD and never smoked a day in your life, huh? It happens. Yep, my stepdad has it, and which he was a hardcore smoker for many, many years, and he quit because he got sick many years ago, talking like 25 years ago, and he quit smoking right then, but it's definitely not good, it's bad for him now. Yeah, I agree. Any type of lung disease is horrible. It's a horrible, horrible thing. Oh, Mints 440 smoked your first vintage cigarette yesterday, huh? I'll be daggone. Yeah. I'll tell you, I quit for a long time. Well, not a long time. I quit for 6 months. Then I got hurt. Started smoking again because, many reasons. I can give you why I thought I should smoke again. Coming out of the hospital all doped up on painkillers and whatever else they had me on. A cigarette just seemed like the thing to do. That, and then I got stuck in a bed for months on end, and I started smoking again. It was really stupid, and I need to quit again, and I did quit again, and then I started back up whenever I went on a little stressful trip. But yeah, it's in my cards. I've been vaping a lot lately, and I've cut back my smoking to a pretty low amount, so it won't be long before I quit again. Started when I was 15, grew up playing with the smoke in the house. What? Grew up playing with the smoke in the house. Yeah, that's definitely on my things to do soon. Is to be completely quit, but and then again, like I'll still smoke on Saturdays for sure. You know what? This orange drink's pretty daggone good. It's not real artificial tasting. I mean, it's somewhat artificial tasting, but not too bad. And it doesn't have that horrible artificial sweetener type of flavor that crap gives it. Well, it looks like a battlefield out here. I just made a mess tonight. It's alright though. It's a good meal. I'm happy with it. I had a good meal tonight. Yeah, it was definitely an impromptu late live stream that I didn't 100% prepare for. And here I am 2 hours and 6 minutes into this. Alright, here's the deal. Saturday, no matter what did I even do with it? What the heck? Okay, I don't even know what I did with that B unit. I moved it off the table for some reason. Huh. What am I vaping? Hang on a second. I'll go get it if you want. And I'll show you guys what I'm vaping. Hang on. I'll be right back. Take me just a second to go get it. Okay. Got it. So, here's my vape. The Priv V8. It's by Smoke. There we go. And then, as far as the liquid goes, nasal stuff is one of the least harmful ways, really. Huh. What am I using right now? I think it's, right here. Yeah, this is the liquid that I'm using right now. It's called Roughneck. Mr. E-Liquid brand, Roughneck. It's Dargon. It's not a dragon. T-Bone says, make your own vape juice. K-Man's actually supposed to be making me some vape juice. So, he'll be hooking me up with some custom-made stuff. And I look forward to getting to try something like that out. Because I've only ever had, branded stuff. I've never had anything that's been homemade. Which, I mean, obviously, this stuff in itself is even homemade. But, yeah. Jason J hooked me up on this, and I actually did quit with this thing once already, and then, like an idiot, I started back up there, and I've almost quit again, so Yeah, won't be long. Thing hits pretty good, I gotta say. Cloud machines are the way to go. I don't mind this smoke brand. This thing's pretty good, except I can't adjust it. That's the only issue that I have with this, is not being able to turn it up and down. The only thing that you can really do is there's a vent right here. You guys can see. You can see through it. See my finger moving through there? Right here. And you can close it. Focus. Stay focused. There we go. Anyways, you can open and close it like that. That's all the way closed, obviously. Yeah, you can't even hit it like that. But then you can open it all the way up. That's all the way open. Yeah, that's too far. That's the only adjustment there is on this thing. Yeah, that's the way I have one of, excuse me. I have one of those vaporizers that has an LCD screen on it, and it's got all, I mean, it's just overly complicated. And whenever I bought it, I filled it up exactly how I was supposed to fill it up, and liquid got down inside the LCD screen, and I ended up in like it took me forever with those people, and I still don't think I ended up getting a refund on that. I need to go back and check again, but I'm almost positive they didn't refund my money. And I tried to send the thing back to them. I sent them videos of it. Like, I never even got to use the thing because I was scared to death to use it because there was friggin' liquid inside the LCD screen. Like, no way am I going to blow myself up with this vaporizer because they said it was fine. And no, it's not fine. Liquid does not belong inside the LCD screen. Addicted to MREs, replacing my booze problem with retorts. Well, you can't beat that. Just don't eat too many, Smitty, because they'll kill you. You eat too many rations and MREs, they'll kill you. You'll get so fat that you won't be able to move. Vape shop should have it. I used to use nicotineless juice. Yeah. Yep. I used to have a 4 battery box with 350 watt coil. 12 volt thing was intense. Yeah, that's hang on, I'll go grab that other one I have because it's just sitting in here. Like I said, I've never used it. I know right where it's at, I think. Yep, here it is. Pretty sure, yep, it'll still light up. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. You can see, maybe you can't see it, but there's liquid in it right there. Yeah, you can see it. It's kind of fluttering on the screen. For me, it is anyway. But there's liquid inside the screen right there. A drop about that big around. It's just inside the screen. And then it was leaking around the button right here, as you can see, where I just touched that. But the way this one works is you take the mouthpiece off, and you have your coils inside right here, and your like cotton down inside of there. But you take the whole thing off, and fill it up. Yeah, it's just super weird. Yeah, supposed to fill it up down inside of there. little bubbly right there, but yikes. Gonna have fun trying to get that back down in there. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, this thing is gimmicky, and it's just not. It's not user friendly by any means, but besides that, like the fact that it got liquid done inside the LCD screen, that right there was enough for me to not use it because it's not safe. I mean, if it's getting inside the LCD screen, that could cause it to short out, blow the batteries up, who knows. So I don't trust it at all. There's friggin' oil on it. But yeah, there's like different settings you can take it. Oh, tapped it too many times, I guess. There it is. There's how you raise the watts. Then you can raise the volts on it too. I don't know how many watts it goes up to. Let's just find out. 100 watts. Now you can take it back down. Huh. There's a way that you can change the volts on it too. I don't remember how. Yeah, it's 100 watts will light a room, no doubt. I mean, this thing is no joke. I mean, it's a hardcore vaporizer. It's just not safe. The fire button decided to short out and constantly fire. Oh my gosh. I was sitting across my room and I never noticed it was going off. Luckily, it had a 10-second cutoff. Oh, yeah, no doubt. So I don't remember how I got to change the volts. I can't. I'm standing here messing with this thing. I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to change the volts on it. Yep, I can't figure it out. It's been a long time since I've messed with this thing at all. Don't put it under your pillow. Huh. Real world experience, huh? I always forget to mention it's dirt cheap compared to cigarettes. It really is. There's no comparison, really. Okay, then it also has this temperature setting, 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And I just had it on the watts. What the heck? Okay, and it goes up to... Gee whiz. Now it goes into Celsius. What the heck? You guys just watching this along with me? Because I'm confused. It goes up to 500 Fahrenheit. Nope, 510, 520, 570, 590, 600. 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it goes over to 100 degrees Celsius. Oh, come on. I shouldn't even be messing with it as much as I'm messing with it right now, because I don't trust the daggone thing. What was it, Paul? Laugh out loud, going to melt some wax with that. Haven't vaped in so long, kind of want to get yours out of storage. I spend $35 for 3 weeks of pipe tobacco. I dry out, crush, then roll it. Huh. So 10 watts. It's smoking. I don't want to burn those coils up, but what the heck. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done messing with it. It's junk. Never did work properly. Got oil in the screen. Just junk. So I need to try to find somebody who can ship something on the East Coast for me. Well, not for me, but for my son. He's wanting to get a vehicle shipped. I don't know who I should try to go through. Anybody got any suggestions other than you ship? Because that's probably like that's where I would go. Is you ship, unless somebody knows somebody who ships. Need something to come from what is it? I think it's Connecticut or Maryland. I think it may be Maryland. Anyways, come from Maryland to West Virginia. To West Virginia. Ugh, West Virginia. Drive it, don't ship it. Well, it's an 11-hour one-way trip. Or 10 hours. 10 hours one way. So that's a 20-hour round trip. And I really don't want to drive 20 hours to get this car for him. You can hire people that will drive cars from place to place if it can be driven. Yeah, it can be driven. It's ready to go. It's a 2001 Camaro with 90,000 miles on it. Yeah, it is. It is his. That would be him. And I told him he needed to find somebody, but the thing is, I don't know. I don't trust him. You know. Yeah. There's trucking companies that haul cars and stuff. That's. I mean, I've been down this road before. I just didn't know if maybe somebody happened to know somebody in here or something like that was in that field of shipping things of that nature. You know, it doesn't have to be unless they have a car hauler specifically. That's all they do. But a lot of times those guys will have a flat trailer, open trailer that they can throw 3 or 4 vehicles on, and just that way they can get 4 different jobs on one bed, on one flatbed. Sounds like he needs to get some buddies together for the road trip. He's got tats now. He's old enough to figure it out. True. Very true. Yep. But when it comes to something like that, he wants to come to old Dad. Dad, what do I do? Yeah, I mean that'll be his money, his loss. So, or his, good decision, whatever it may be. I know whenever I was first looking to get him a vehicle, got him what it was, I bought was it a 2010 or 2012, maybe even a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta. It was maybe a 6-speed. I don't know. I think they have 6 speeds in them. Standard 6-speed transmission. Anyway, drove all the way up in the middle of Pennsylvania to get the thing. We get there, and it has damage on the front end. It's rusted. This was all things that were hidden with the way he took the pictures of the car, which really ticked me off. Because if you have damage on a vehicle like that, you should take a close-up picture of it, in my personal opinion, and make it very clear that that's what's going on, that has that type of damage, and etc., etc. But anyways, we get there, and it's about a 7.5, 8 hour drive back. Looking at the car, and it's got this damage on it that I was very unhappy with, which is kind of besides the point, because as I'm looking the car over, which the oil looked good in it, which was great. The interior was a little bit dirtier than it should have been, in my opinion. Like, it just hadn't been touched, and it looked like somebody was dirty that drove the car before that. But anyways, I'm looking at the car, and the tires are so dry rotted that I could take my finger and chip a piece of rubber off the sidewall. And I'm like, no, I'm not buying this car, because it will not make the trip home. There was absolutely no way that the 4 tires that were on that car were going to make the trip home. They would have started shredding within the first, it could have been the first 10 miles, or it could have been the first 100 miles on the drive home. But I can guarantee you, as dry rotted as they were, and that right there tells me that car had to be setting for quite some time for those tires to dry rot the way they were. I mean, they were like bad enough that I could take my fingernail and chip a piece of rubber off the sidewall. So that told me right there that somebody was being dishonest about that car. Well, I knew they were being dishonest anyways, because they told me stuff, or didn't tell me stuff, I guess I should say, and didn't picture things in the on the car that they should have, and on and on. So I just decided not. I was like, I'm not doing it, dude. Bought a house online. Who shipped it? I've bought I bought 3 vehicles online, and the first vehicle that I bought online, went and picked it up. The brakes were absolutely shot on the thing, just complete and total utter trash. And I ended up having to replace the calipers, the rotors, the pads, everything right off the bat. That was the first thing I had to do when I get home, when I thought I wasn't going to have to do any work to the thing. Miss Minnie, honey. Minnie. Come here. Come here, Minnie. Come here. I know you're being really loud. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I mean, the brakes would still work. They just were, God, they were god-awful. They made all kinds of noise. It was just, come here, Minnie. People want to see you. Come here. Come here. Miss Marilyn wants to see you. Come here, Miss Minnie. This is my oldest cat that I've had for about 10 years. So let me get some crap out of the way, and I'll go get her. Hang on, I'll be right back. Come here. Yeah, I know. Here's Miss Minnie. Sit down right there. Get your butt out of the car. There you go. There you go, Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie. Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah. Oh, I know. Have a good night, folks. Hope the car turns out awesome. Good night, kitty. I don't know about that. That's on him, really, I guess. So I thought my Mila was a gawker. Yeah. Miss Minnie, she likes to talk. Oh, yeah? You gonna talk to me? Yeah. You gonna talk to me? You gonna talk to me? Tell me. What is it, Miss Minnie? Oh, what is it, Miss Minnie? Yeah. Jumpsuit ascended. Heading off tonight. Oldsmokey. Good pizza MRE. Well, thank you for hanging out on the live stream. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is Miss Minnie. She's I don't know, how old are you, Miss Minnie? About 11 years old now? You're probably about 11. Yeah. Here, look up here. There you go. In the camera. Right there. Oh, there you go. Right here. Minnie. There you go. Who's your good kitty? Huh? Who's my good kitty? Yeah. Yeah, she's a good cat. She really is a good cat, though. Like, although I did go through this phase with her, right after I got hurt, she ran away. And she didn't really run away. She was staying at my neighbor's house. And, well, staying out back of my neighbor's house. And she would not come home. And she wouldn't, like, obviously I couldn't go outside and catch her because I was extremely crippled. Well, anyway, this went on for like 7-8 months. She would not come home. She would not come in the house. And, you know, she's an older cat. We've had her for a long time. You know, she is our, I don't know, she's our original baby cat, you know. We've had her since she was probably, I don't know, she showed up here when she was probably about 6 months old or so. And, anyway, she decided she was done. She didn't want nothing to do with us, and she stayed away from us. She stayed in the in an abandoned place near here that was out back of my neighbor's house. And this is my neighbor that actually he killed himself, and he left behind 2 cats. But anyways, I'll talk about that here in a second. But anyways, so Miss Minnie was over there in his yard one day, and I was outside and I was on my 4-wheeler riding at side saddle because I've only got my right leg that I could shift with. And seriously, like riding it sideways and with both my legs hanging off to the left-hand side so I could shift it. But she was over there in the yard, and I pulled up over there in the yard, and she came up to me and let me pet her, and I just reached down and grabbed her by the neck, and she was so stinking mad. She was so mad. She did not want to come home. Well, I brought her home, brought her in the house, and once she came in the house, she did not want to go out. She stayed in for like a whole 48 hours, didn't use the bathroom, nothing. Because she's an inside-outside cat. Like, she goes outside most of the time. Don't really have an inside cat. This right here is the most inside cat I have. And, yep, she stayed in for a full 48 hours without going to the bathroom or anything. It was the weirdest stinking thing, because I was almost bedridden still at the time. I don't even know what I was doing outside when I caught her. But, yeah, she stayed gone for like 7 months. And then I had to catch her, physically bring her back home. And once I did, she didn't want to leave after that. And then she started coming back on a pretty regular basis after that. Pretty normal. But yeah, my neighbor left behind 2 pregnant cats as well whenever he decided to check out. And they had them at different times. I don't even know where they had them at. Well, oh yeah, one of the cats freaking had them underneath my house, is what it was. But the thing is, both of those cats, the mommy cats, disappeared. And I ended up having to raise 2 sets of kittens, bottle feeding them, because I couldn't just let them die, because they were super, super little whenever their moms disappeared. I don't know how their mom disappeared, or why they. I don't know what happened there. I have no clue. I would never do anything to cats, so obviously I didn't do anything to them, and none of my neighbors would do anything to them. So I don't know why they took off or what happened to them. There was never any cats that were hit or anything like that around here, so it wasn't anything like that. But yeah, they just were here one day and gone the next, and ended up getting stuck with those stupid kittens, giving them away. And then that one black one came back, which was super weird, because like I was telling you guys, I think it was last week, like not this past Saturday, but the week before, like a week ago, the black one came in, and that cat, we gave it away. They took it, had it for like 6-7 months. They got it fixed, done all the stuff to it, kept it in the house 24 hours a day, like it was a completely inside cat. And it got loose, ran away, and made its way back here after being gone for 6 months. And it's not like these people are our neighbors. They are not. They live considerable away from here, and I don't even know where they live at, to be quite honest. I couldn't tell you, but I know they live far enough away from here that that cat should not have made it back to my house. But he did. Went out back one day and looked down, and I was like, that's weird. Where did this black cat come from? And it came right up to me and like wanted me to pet its head and stuff. And it just kind of hung around for a couple of days. And I told my son, I was like, hey, those people we gave the black cat to, I was like, do they still have it? I was like, what's going on with that? And he's like, I don't know. And this went on for like a week. And I was like, you need to ask him, text him, and find out what's going on with that cat, because I want to know if this is the cat, because this cat right here just showed up and is just hanging out. And finally, he did find out. He asked them, and they were like, yep, it ran away. And I'm like, well, it's here. You need to come and get it. And they still haven't came and got that cat, even though I know they spent like, I don't know, at least $150 getting it fixed. Or 120 bucks, maybe it was 120 bucks getting it fixed, and then whatever else they bought for it at the house and all that stuff. And he's a really, really awesome, lovable cat, really nice cat. I mean, I think he thinks of me as like his mom, I guess. I don't know, where I bottle fed him. I really don't know what he thinks about me, but he's kind of a weirdo. Yeah, I do like him though. What I was trying to say was, there a minute ago, I started on saying this, but I still don't know what the heck I done with them. I'm even looking, like I'm looking around, and I do not see them setting anywhere. Unless I carried them off whenever I went to get something from the kitchen or something. I really don't know. But I had the B unit and the pineapple jam that I wanted to open, and I planned on doing that as soon as I finished eating. But I was like an hour and 45 minutes into eating by the time I finished up. So this coming Saturday, the first thing I'm going to do, no matter what my game plan is for this Saturday, the first thing I'm doing is opening that B unit and that pineapple jam, and I'm going to have that. The pineapple jam is from 1966, and the B unit is a 1974, I think it said. It was a 1974 B1 or B3 unit, one or the other. Yep. Ended up eating a lot of food tonight. Probably had like 1,200 calories, probably. Adding in the half a Ranger bar here, which is 180 calories, so half that. Well, let's call it 80 calories of that, because I didn't have half of it. Probably had a third or so, roughly. Had half that cake, had a whole strawberry jam, had pretty much all the pizza, a couple bites of the high energy bar, which is super calorie dense. What else? First Strike cran raspberry bar. I'm definitely going to finish that thing. Now this high energy bar, this thing, I'm going to have to nibble on that thing. I'll probably eat that over the course of the next 4 or 5 days. Just taking a couple bites of it at a time, because it's so calorie dense and so sugary that 31 grams of sugar in this thing. Holy crap. 31 grams of sugar, which is, does not say carbohydrates. 53 grams of carbs, which is 18% of your daily value. That's not too bad. Just sucks that there are so many MRE star components. I don't like them. Like some of the MRE star stuff, I don't mind. And in the pizza MRE, this is the only MRE star thing that was in there. That was it. That's the only thing in there, other than the coffee, of course. But everything else was U.S. military. Yeah. Same way with the beef stew that I had. The beef stew was all I'll say it again, gusseted packages USDOD. Seriously. Yeah, Natick needs to take notice. Natick needs to figure it out that gussets are where it's at. But yes, Smitty, honestly, this particular menu from MRE Nation is not riddled with MRE star components. And honestly, if I'm going to get an MRE star component, I don't mind getting this one. Because usually I don't open these up. I'll just keep them. Because these are super great to stockpile and throw in like your glove compartment on your car for emergencies or whatever. And my kids are growing kids. So if you want, I'll throw them something like that right there. And that'll give them the boost of calories that they want or need to get them through until they can have a meal. So I don't mind getting that component right there. Now the deep rich coffee, I still think that needs to be addressed. Personally, that's something I think that needs to be changed. But everything else in that, the peanut butter, the jelly, which the peanut butter is not MRE star. The peanut butter is Bob's own concoction that he designed and ordered. One day it'd be excellent to see MRE Nation move away from them and get their own stuff one day. Yeah, well, like they do have some stuff that is, their own proprietary or whatever, however you say that. Their own proprietary items like that. For instance, I know Bob had this mixture mixed up. This is not an MRE star component. This is not a U.S. military component. This is a MRE Nation component. This was mixed up this way, particularly this way, this peanut butter for, this is the way Bob designed it and the way he wanted it. And as you can see, as the ingredients, roasted peanuts, and then the second ingredient being sugar, and then the hydrogenated vegetable oil, rapeseed oil, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, this is a slightly sweeter peanut butter, and a lot of people like it. And I'm more of a traditional style guy. I'd rather have my peanut butter to be more savory than sweet. And then, hello there, Oldsmokey. What's up, Fred Williams? And then the grape jelly, that's U.S. military. And then we had these tortillas by Bridgeford, which I can only assume that they're making them like this in U.S. MREs as well. Because, honestly, I don't see them wasting the money on the printing when they can do it on a sticker for half the price or something, maybe. I don't really know what the deal with that is. I really don't think this is a civilian or anything like that. I just think that that Bridgeford might be doing it a little bit differently now. What year is this thing? Where's the date code on it? 7080, really? Huh. So those might be 2017 tortillas. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Did you see the palette of grape jelly? Magical. Sorry about that. Just cut off on me. First time of this whole live stream. That's really good. And then that, of course, that's U.S. military. And then we had the pizza, which is also military. The first strike bar, also military. So, yeah, as far as their pizza MRE goes, it's all military except for that. The same goes for the beef stew. I had the beef stew, and it was all U.S. military components, except there were more. There was a lot more to the beef stew than what a typical U.S. military MRE there would be. And personally, I like the au gratin potatoes, and so do my kids. They like them really well too. So I like to get the au gratin potatoes versus some of the other stuff, like for instance the garlic mashed potatoes. Super not my favorite. Like those things are pretty low on my list. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed that I think that they should be doing. Had Turkish tortillas. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he liked the way they tasted, but they smelled really weird, if I remember right. Had a really weird chemical smell. Think about getting an MRE 24 Which one would you recommend me to get as a good first starting 24 hour? Uh, you know what? As far as an affordable 24 hour, I don't know how easily you can get them now. But if I was to suggest one to somebody, I would say to start off with a British ORP, Operational Ration Pack, a 24-hour Operational Ration Pack. Those are those are great because they got so much variety and lots of items in them. CR1Ms are great, but as far as a starter ration, that's really tough because those things are going to run you anywhere from 100 to who knows how much, $100 plus. So those are virtually impossible to get. But as far as a starting out, or I'll tell you what else would be really good as a first 24-hour ration to have would be a Polish SRG. If you can get your hands on one of those, that would be something really good to start off with. Those are so good. Such a good variety of food in there, and the 24 hours have some pretty unique items in them. You get the freeze dried fruit in there. You get the tea, the straws, the cups. So those are a really fun ration. I'm trying to think the stuff that's available that would. I would suggest anything that I've said. The Polish, the British ORP, of course, like I said, the CR1M would be hard to get, but I did see some really cool freeze dried rations. Some Australian, or actually they called them New Zealand, but they were Australian um, rations on eBay, and they were affordable. They were like 50 some dollars. Now they weren't 24 hours. They might have been a 12-hour ration because they did have a breakfast and another main meal in there. So I would call that most likely a 12-hour. It's at minimum an 8-hour, but I'm sure it's probably more like a 12-hour. And those things look pretty good. They're on eBay right now, and I've been thinking about getting one myself because I think they were like $46, $47, but they look like they'd be well worth it. Yeah, there you go, Smitty. Favorite 24-hour ration: 3 Canadian IMPs. You know, I would like to have a really cool way to package 3 Canadian IMPs and make up my own 24-hour IMP, um, or ORP, I guess it would be, because it'd be a Canadian 24-hour operational ration pack, because, you know, Canada's really tied to Her Majesty, just like Australia is too, right? I think it's Australia that's a Commonwealth of, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Polish 24-hour ration is pretty good, man, and I assume you can probably get those, Mister Peter. I'm going to call you Peter because I know if I try to pronounce your name correctly in English, it's going to sound, well, as I say it, Piort, but I think that's incorrect. I thought Aussie. Oh, okay, good deal. Dan just confirmed that Australia is a Commonwealth of the UK. I thought so. I wasn't 100% sure because I don't know why I had it in my head. I was thinking that New Zealand is New Zealand also a Commonwealth of the UK. And I know you guys aren't really like uh, related or anything because okay, they are. Okay, Dan says they are. I wasn't sure about that. For some reason, I was thinking it was New Zealand that was the Commonwealth, and you guys weren't, or vice. Okay, I'm back yet again. Sorry about that, guys. So I got YouTube keeps cutting out on me, and Smitty says welcome back to Piorta, Piort. But yeah, I don't know why I even thought about that or why I looked into that about them being a Commonwealth. It had something to do with the rations, though. There was something to do with the rations and what the stipulations on that were. I need to redo my display already. I've already got other cool stuff that I got to put in there that I need to make room for, and probably motivate some of my other stuff away. Like right now, I've got the bullets that History Saviors. They're hidden behind candy cigarettes right now. That's not good. Need to unhide those. And then, where is it? Should be right here somewhere. Huh. Well. Oh, I forgot about this. Next time, I'll have to use this other new little camp stove that I picked up. It's a Walmart special. But, nonetheless, decent little camp stove, it feels like. Again, I haven't used it, but I mean, it seems alright. For no more than what I paid for it. I think I gave $5 for this thing. Nice little folding camp stove. Yep, I like it. It's kind of flimsy, but I mean, for $5, what do you expect? I don't expect much for $5. And it's like again, it seems like it's pretty decent. It's pretty good size actually too. It's bigger than it has to be. But for $5, I think it was well worth getting it to give it a shot. What I was looking for here, I don't see. Huh. SparrowMedicine, or I think he goes by Sparrow on here. He gave me a flask and a cup. And basically, they're like jewelry. I mean, literally, they're like one's on the cup's on a pocket watch chain, I think, or has like a pocket watch chain on it. And I had them right here. I don't know what the heck happened to them. I'm not happy that I can't find those right now. Oh. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and probably wrap up this live stream. I'm really surprised at how many folks actually turned up for this one. And I know it's kind of late for most folks to be out and about here on YouTube. So it was really great having all you guys in here. We had probably, I don't know, roughly 5 or 10 new people tonight that I saw come through. And 3 or 4 of them actually hung out for a good while. Von Kerman's one of them. That's a new one. That's a new name. I did warm those tortillas up, and then I didn't use them. Yeah, it wasn't very cool. Pjort says it is 7 a.m. there. Good night, Paul. Paul's another new name for tonight. Who else? Anybody else that I'm just... Mary Jane Gamer. That's also a new one. Shout out to all. I'm going to assume it's a her. She said hello to everyone. But yeah, I saw some new names in here tonight. That's really good. If you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, definitely don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Every person that hits it, I'm very thankful for that. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers and viewers. And every time you guys tune in and watch this video now as it's live, or if you watch it later, I appreciate every single view. Jesse Michael, great stream, Smokey. Everyone is awesome. Well, thank you so much for that, Jesse. We really appreciate your company, dude. And I enjoy going over and watching Jesse's live streams. So if you guys haven't checked out Jesse Michael's channel, that just reminded me to say, go check him out. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way, whenever he does a live stream, you can go over there and be chatting. And I'll be over there on that. As long as I can be, I will be. So, yeah, I got to clean this stuff up or whatever. But then I got that surgery that's going to happen tomorrow. So, got a nice, long, tense night of just waiting for the morning to come. Really hate that. Just the night before always sucks for me. And just want to get it over with. So once it's over with, I'll have some relief. But until then, I'll be a tensed up mess of just ball of nerves. Jesse says, always a pleasure, my friend. Well done, man. Thanks for sharing your evening with us. Well, I appreciate you guys sharing your evening with me. So, uh, Chil- Chilean Audie finally got to a live stream while you still live. Well, thank you for making it to the live stream while I'm still live. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the night before does suck. I've had too many. I've had way too many night befores. Let me just put it that way. Like I didn't used to get nervous about anything. Like hardly ever. I can't even really place in my mind the last time I got nervous about something before all this crap happened. So once I started dealing with all this crap, now it's like, you know, now I have nerve problems. I get nervous about this crap and I hate it. So I just saw, yeah, no worries, big fan. Auntie, I believe I'm saying the last one's Auntie. Von Kierman, good night. Fred Williams, have a good night, everyone. May God bless you all. I got a chainsaw and a bottle of Canadian rye. If you want some free healthcare, just drop me a line. Nope, buddy. I've been 3.5 years trying to save this sucker. I'm following it through to the very end. I'm gonna try to save it. Try to keep it for as long as I can. Anyway, hopefully I just get to keep it. Period. Um, that's the game plan anyway. Should be. I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right for sure. Got the last name good. Better than school teachers. Okay, cool. You know what? Sometimes I hit the nail right on the head with the name, and then sometimes I miss it by a mile. Yep, YouTube's telling me it's time to wrap it up. I think the live stream has kicked out on me like 4 times in the last 10 minutes. So I guess that's YouTube's way of telling me to just wrap it up. Come on, Oldsmokey, wrap it up. The internet says it's time to sleep. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. It's like, come on now. But yeah, I sometimes I hit the nail right on the head with the names, and sometimes I miss them by a mile. Which everybody has a different way to pronounce things, and sometimes it doesn't look the way it sounds. So try my best with the names, and I try to hit the nail on the head as much as I can with that. So, anyways, I want to say huge thanks to each and every one of you folks for hanging out tonight. Miss Marilyn, my moderator, just popped in there and said night to Jesse. Good night, Miss Marilyn. Good night, everybody that hung out tonight. There's Dan over in Australia. I don't know what time it is over there right now, but I really appreciate it. The internet never thinks it's time to sleep. Yeah, true. True. The internet never does sleep, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've always heard that New York's the city that never sleeps, but I am here to tell you differently. New York absolutely dies out about two o'clock, and the streets are dead. Right in the middle of Manhattan, no matter where you're at, the streets are dead. Um, so New York is not the city that never sleeps anymore. Like I don't know if it used to be that way back in the day. I remember I was there back in 2000, and when I was there back in 2000, it was, I was hanging out with people at 4 o'clock in the morning. We were going to delis, and there was a whole line of people in the deli. Like it seemed more like the city that didn't sleep back then. But now, like when I was just there, it was dead. Nobody around, nobody doing nothing. Everybody was just it was dead by 2 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, maybe a few people out, but nothing like what you would think. But all right, guys, I appreciate all you guys coming out, hanging out. Dan, Marilyn, Jesse, seeing all your guys' names right now. And again, everybody, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on. Every Saturday we do a live stream on here, and the family just keeps growing on this channel. It's a really tight-knit group. So if you want to be a part of that, we'll welcome you in with open arms. So just show up on Saturday, and we'll hang out with us. Steve shows up a lot to that. He was actually talking about being here tonight, but I think something came up. So I know a lot of people like to hit the chat up with him because it's hard to talk to Steve outside of, you can't talk to him through YouTube comments. So it's cool that you can come on here on my live streams and sometimes get to talk to him. So I know a lot of people enjoy that. But yeah, so I also want to say a huge thanks to my patrons. You guys, all I can't put the list up like I do in my videos, but you guys know who you are. Dan's one of them. Miss Marilyn's one of them. Miss Sharon is also moderator. All three of those are moderators on here. That actually, no, Dan's not a moderator. I'll be daggone. But anyway, I want to say a huge thanks to them because they are making something happen that they don't even know is happening yet. So it'll be good stuff. And I appreciate all their help over there. But all right, guys, that was the pizza MRE from MRE Nation. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I enjoyed the whole thing. Enjoyed mixing the cakes up and all that stuff, and cooking some coffee out, and mashed potatoes that I didn't eat. Yeah, but all right. So I guess really all I got left to do is say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.